Yo, what up? It's the newfound Loose Sound Riley B. We here live, man, and I'm building with ULSTN Media.
They don't make them like me no more. They don't make them like me no more. I'm one-on-one, nigga. They say real ain't a thing no more. When I'm gone, you won't see it no more. I be the one, nigga.
I'm one-on-one, not one of them, or one and done. I pray my moment of silence after my moment's done. Ain't tryna move crazy, but the move been on cruise. Couple of loose screws, life been on a loop lately.
This is ULSTN Media's Build series platform specifically for independent artists and creators. I have a very, very special guest in the building with me today. St. Louis, getting a legendary status, man, and done everything you can do on the independent scene and just continue to keep growing and growing. Riley B, what's going on, man?
Man, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate them words, and I appreciate you for having me, man, for sure.
For sure, man. Appreciate you coming by, man.
Of course, man, of course.
Man, I haven't seen you since the battle.
Since the
that wasn't
not the A game man Bodine joint, right? That may have been.
That wasn't the last time I seen you.
I think we ran into each other at T-Dub on
listening session. Yeah. That was the last time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. But how you been?
Man, I've been all right, man. I've been blessed, man. I can't complain too much, man. You know, I'm breathing. You know what I mean? As good as health as I can be in, you know what I'm saying, right now, man. I can't complain, man. Moving and grooving, being productive.
That's what's up, bro. Yeah. Since it's your first time on the platform, man, I try to do like a sort of an origin story, and then we kind of move up to the present.
For sure.
So my first question to you would be, how would you describe your childhood?
Man, my childhood was good, man. And when I say good, I mean like it was a mixed bag. It was a lot of different experiences that really kind of like shaped the viewpoints and who I am now. Mm-hmm. It was me and my mom's growing up. My dad was really, I knew of him, mm-hmm. but he wasn't really like an active dad like that. So a lot of time, really 98% of the time, it was just me and my mom's. Gotcha. And we had a big family. I was the only child. And so I never really felt like it because I had so many cousins and aunties and uncles and stuff, man. And but no, man, my childhood was cool, man. I grew up North County, St. Louis, man. My family was born and raised in North City, and so it kind of transitioned from North City to North County for me, kind of growing up. Mm-hmm. And it was good, man. I had a lot of good experiences, man. You know, a lot of some things you may call traumatic as well. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like a lot of those things really shape you, and I never call it bad. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a lot of good times, a lot of good memories.
And any of them you care to share? Or
ooh, man, so many. Shoot.
I mean, I don't want you to have a
No. Something good or something bad, or either.
I mean, I guess one of the experiences, you know, growing up that you kind of had to, you know, grow from, that happened, that you know you had to grow from.
Whew. Wow. Damn. Nah, man, it's just some of them was real heavy, and
yeah.
You know, you don't realize that you're growing through situations until you really get on the other side of it.
Yeah.
A lot of times you're going through things, and in the moment you're just a kid. You just experiencing it. You kind of a big ball of emotions, and you don't really know how to really describe certain things. But unfortunately, I had to see a lot of like my aunts and cousins and like domestic violence situations. You know what I'm saying? And as a little kid, I couldn't really do much but protect my little cousins. You know what I mean? And make sure they wasn't seeing what they had, you know, what they could be seeing. Mm-hmm. And those are just, you know, whether it was my mom's, my cousins, it just those type of things. It just stuck out to me because I remember feeling helpless as a kid, but just trying to be protected to my cousins and make sure they was all right during those situations. Yeah. And but those things shaped a lot of my views as far as just being a protector, protecting women, not ever putting my hands on a woman, you know what I'm saying, those type of things, and just growing up. But like I said, a lot of times you don't see those things or notice what your mind is growing to until you on the other side to really think about it.
I got you, man. Any any people like in your family like involved in music in any kind of way?
Man, not involved in music.
Mm-hmm.
I think I may be the first one. Just like I had a lot of influences of people who played a lot of music. A lot of my aunts and uncles love, and my mom just loved jazz and blues, and those are my early introductions into music. Excuse me. And it was just a lot of. I always remember hearing and seeing vinyls in the house, just playing jazz and blues all day, and so I think that's kind of where my early development of like, or me just loving music in general. I just always heard it, and so I don't think anybody sang or like played an instrument, but we had some dancers and folks who was playing music. I think I'm the first, one MC wise for sure.
So when did you like, want to start rapping?
Man, probably when I was about 11.
Okay.
And it was kind of around the time I like fell in love with hip hop, and then when it was a different time frame when I fell in love with hip hop, and then when I realized I wanted to do hip hop.
How did you know you fell in love?
Ooh, man, the first time I heard "Dear Mama" by Tupac.
Oh man.
And like I had been, my ear had been getting developed to music, but when I stumbled across that song, that just led me down a rabbit hole. Yeah. And it was a powerful record to me at the time because, like I said, some of those situations that I was seeing, and just with my dad not being there, and just me having a strong relationship with my mom's, that record really resonated with me. Yeah. And then with Pac, man, it just threw me down a rabbit hole of him, Big, Nas. Mm-hmm. And, it made me appreciate what hip hop was, and just really just fell in love with it.
Man, so them was your influences for sure.
Yeah, early on. Yeah, and then Jay-Z came along at least from what I was listening to and seeing, and then he was one of the people that made me feel like I wanted to do it. You know what I mean? Like, man.
And when did you start like trying it out, like writing raps, letting people hear them and stuff?
Well, I started off freestyling. And that's probably why I do as well as I do now, freestyle wise. Like, I didn't pick up a pen until later. Like, my first memories of rapping, me and my homies were all just freestyle. Like, we'd be like on the corner, we'd be on the bus at school in the hallways. Like, so we was probably like 12, and we just be rapping. And at first, you just telling your story, just rapping about the stuff you see around you, and to get girls. You know what I'm saying? You like, that I can rap. Like, you got the dudes that's trying to like sing to the girls. And we like, well, we can't sing, but we got some lyrics. And so it was kind of like that, man. I started just with freestyling. Eventually, I started writing, but probably the first year or so, I just fell in love with just coming up with words, seeing what could rhyme with what, seeing, if I could rhyme with what my homie said, and we could just keep going back and forth. So I really started off freestyling. I probably didn't start writing until maybe a couple months, a year later, something like that, till I was trying to do both.
Did you like battle and stuff in high school?
I did, man. Yeah, I definitely did. Like, had early influences.
Because I feel like you probably
did. That all came, man. It was like I did a lot of that before I did music. It wasn't too far after, but I was battling all the time. I started with my homies, and then I started battling people for money. Like, I probably had my first battle, and I was probably like 14. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was definitely battling through high school. I was the kid at the lunch table, in the hallways, you know what I'm saying, battling anywhere I could, just, putting my 10,000 hours in, you know what I mean? So yeah, I was definitely attached to the battle aspect of it.
So what made you want to start like taking it serious?
Man, I think as my passion kind of grew for it, as I realized that I was kind of just, like, I was really honing my skill. I was taking something that was just a fun thing for me, and it started to become something I really enjoyed, and something I had seen other rappers and people on TV can make a living out of. And so I was in this group. I was in a couple groups, but this main group I was in when I was like 15, 16, it was like 5 of us at the time. And we, like I said, we was all rapping to get girls and everything, and just kind of doing stuff. And then I was like, man, I really kind of want to do this thing. I think when I was about like 17, I was like, man, I think this may be something I really want to like pursue. I think I can do a show maybe, you know what I'm saying? Get some people to kind of, see me. So that's probably around 17, 18 is when I really was like, I want to do this thing.
Okay. And how you decide on the name Riley B?
Well, oh shit. No, so Riley B it was a transition name. It came a few names later. So when you said I started out battle rapping.
Yeah.
And so my battle rap name, I had a battle rap name at first, which was like my whole name. My name was Analogy. Silly now, but that was my first like name like because I was just all into the battle rap stuff.
Yeah, okay.
And then I made a transition.
That's not that bad, man.
Yeah, you want to, yeah. And so I ended up changing it because I felt like as I started to make music, I felt like that name was more catered towards like super lyricist, battle rap only stuff. But I had a love for so many other elements of hip hop, so I changed it to Riley B. And it kind of came about because I was thinking about family at the time, and it was a name that I kind of wanted to name my son or daughter if I had one at the time. And so when I was thinking about it, I just landed on it. I was like, hey, man, you know what? I'm going to take this name on as my rap name because it sounded more universal at the time.
Gotcha.
And so I just kind of stuck with it since then.
That's what's up, man. So how did you end up starting to compete, getting in competitions and stuff?
Man, it was really just trying it, man. Coming from those early years of me the competition bug bit me early, man. Like as a kid, like when you competing, or not even competing, when you just rapping with your homies or rapping with other people you don't know, and just doing ciphers and battling, you already are trying to just prove to yourself and whoever's around that your rhymes are better than the next man. So I was already competing before I really knew I was competing, and when it got to a point, probably about 19, 20, I used to always hear about competitions in St. Louis happening. And I used to hear this negative stuff about them, like they was always rigged. You know what I'm saying? There was no way for true talent to get through, or if you tried, you know what I'm saying, you was going to get knocked out, or it was going to be biased, or you just couldn't win.
Yeah.
And so I had this chip on my shoulder towards that perspective.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I feel like I'm dope enough. You know what I'm saying, go to uphill battle and beat any politics. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, forget all that. I can do whatever I want to do. And so I used to hear about competitions, but before I really knew how to reach out to people, I was using the internet, but I didn't really know who to contact about certain things. And I just started hearing about competitions, and I used to tell certain people, like, man, I want to enter this, or you want to enter this? Like homies, and they be like, nah, man, that stuff rigged. The same stuff that I would hear other people say. And I'm like, man, let's just do it. Let's just try it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're ready, let's try it.
And to those who don't know, like, that is kind of common around the city.
It is. So it's not like, it wasn't just out of nowhere. So I just took a different approach. I heard it all the time with me grinding and doing whatever. And I was just like, man, when I get the opportunity, I'm going to get in one of these competitions. And I had been in like open mics. Like, I guess the competition things kind of started in open mics if they had like a prize at the end or something for like best performer or something like that. But like rap competition wise, like I knew that I was him. I ain't gonna front you. I knew I had confidence, but I just knew like, man, if it come down, like I may not win a song competition or an album competition, but I know I can out rap some. Excuse my life. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's just like lyrical endurance, it's not a lot of people who can mess with me in that arena.
I mean, you right.
And the bug bit me, and I just tried to do it. I won a bunch of battles, and I lost a few. Don't get me wrong, but I won more than I lost. So I always felt like, man, if I get the edge and start competing, I can do this thing. And that kind of led to, fast forward all the way to that like Jacking for Beats competition. That was the like first real competition. But I did other little competitions that I would win that were just like song competitions or who can rap the best verse competition, stuff like that. So I caught it and I just kept doing it.
When you did the Jacking for Beats competition, like that was kind of like one of the first big ones that you did. You really think that kind of just really got your name out there? One of the first ones that really helped get your name out there in the city as far as like respected lyricists?
I think so on a wide scale. Like before that, because that happened in 2014, and I was really making my mark, like just being on the scene, just kind of going against the grain of what other music was out here since probably like 2009, 2010. and because I was already traveling, I was going to different cities and stuff, and I was like hustling my mixtapes out my trunk when I was in college and all that type of stuff. And so when Jackson Beats came around, I had a few people. I had gained some type of, if you could call it a fan base, just I guess people peers that I was getting around, that knew who I was and knew that I could rap and stuff. And so when that happened, that definitely was the first big one, because that merged really like your people that you may consider the underground with like the people on the radio and whatever sides of St. Louis you want to call it. They really all merged together for that.
Because Bodine, he mentioned in a prior interview that we did how that particular time, he calls it the golden era of St. Louis hip hop. That time where you, him, Tef, I mean, the battle rap scene was like heavy. And like, man, you kind of, it was one of the things I think I first started hearing about you, man, because I was starting to hear about just more and more artists as our independent music scene started to grow at that particular time, and then I was like, who is that? You know what I'm saying? But what would you say about that particular time in St. Louis hip hop? Would you call it?
I would. It kind of was like. It was the golden era for me as an artist, because I feel like a few years prior, I feel like it was the golden era for me as a fan, like just going to the clubs, my homies hearing a bunch of your St. Louis classic music you could hear. Yeah. But a lot of those times, I didn't know that we had real spitters outside. It took a minute for me to find them, because my first introduction to St. Louis hip hop was our club music, Nelly and all of that stuff. And then I would hear little pockets of like, man, we got some battle rappers. I'm like, what? And so I'm just thinking it's just me and my homies, or just me and whoever I was battling at Hazelwood East. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, even though Hitman Holla I went to school with Hitman, and so he probably remember this. I battled him in high school, and he smoked he destroyed. He one of my few losses that are on my record.
I heard a couple stories about Holla beating people.
He was so ahead. It's no accident that he's where he is now. He was ahead of his time with it. And but I'm just saying that to say, like, I just thought it was such a small population of people who really was like the rapper, so to speak. And so when I did kind of get on a different side of the scene, like the Slumfest scene, like before then I was kind of hitting different spots on the side, up and down like the north side, since that was what I was familiar with. So I was just going to clubs and spots, kind of going against the grain. And so when about 2012 came along, and I got introduced to some people who were like on the south side, and I came across a whole population of rappers, underground rappers that I just didn't even know about. And then that's when I got more familiar with Tef, Bodine, like, just a slew of other people, and they all was doing their thing. Like, everybody was grinding. Like, everybody had mixtapes out, or was doing shows, or they had songs on the radio. And it just, from an artist perspective, I looked at it and was like, man, I want to be a part. I want to be a peer to these dudes. Like, these dudes don't know me yet, because I just been in my own little bubble, but I want to make my impact with these guys, and I see them doing. And Bo was one of the first guys I saw. I had a homie of mine that went to Harris Stowe that told me about Bodine. He was like, man, this dude named Bo, man. He all over the campus, man. He got these mixtapes. I'm like, man, who is this, man? I got mixtapes too, So, and that just speaks to like me being inspired by people that was making an impact already, man.
Man, I'm so glad that you kind of helped make that distinction, because, St. Louis never really was, I feel like, until that particular era, was really seen as a place where respected lyricists resided at. You know what I mean? Because we got this rap for, popular music with Nelly and Chingy and all of that, and I love them. You know what I mean? But they're not respected as lyricists, you know what I mean? And
that was the first magnifying glass on us, so that kind of
yeah. So a lot of people, and I think that's probably why, St. Louis battle rappers kind of had a tough time. You know.
And they cut through, man. Once I
Yeah.
seen Verb and Holla and Ill cut through and Remedy, like they cut through, man.
Yeah.
Something terrible. So
Yeah.
to me, they really had the torch, really, like from Nelly and Chingy and them. It was a big gap after that of like St. Louis representation.
Yeah.
And they had the torch to me for a long time.
Cause I saw them doing that. Cause we know we got people here that can spit, you know what I mean? And they end up dominating. And then on the other side of that, I see you, I see Bo, I see Tef, I see Dub. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, man, we really got artists here who musically, you know what I mean?
That was a whole new world.
Are lyrical and, you know, just can go with anybody. You know what I mean?
100%.
Can go with anybody, man. So I feel like you were part of that particular era, you know what I mean, in St. Louis, to where, you know, we started to see St. Louis got respected lyricists there. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of what to bring it back. I mean, just a little bit to that competition. Like, so when the Jacket for Beats competition happened, it merged like whatever parts may have been divided just a little bit by whatever their belief was or where you lived at or whatever. And so when it merged those together, that was really my time to shine. You know what I'm saying? So
was that Jack and Beats? Did that set up the World MC?
It kind of it helped me because I got to take whatever supporters I got from the Jacket for Beats, they came right along with me when it came to doing the World MC. I mean, but all of those were a shot in the dark, man. And like, I just really want to put emphasis on this, like, because I had to go against my own thought process to make these things happen. So like, when it came to Jacket for Beats, man, I auditioned with some of the best rappers in the city, bro. And it was they went through hundreds of MCs. You know what I mean? And we was at Blank Space when the Jacket for Beats truck pulled up and everybody auditioned. It was me, Bo, Dub, Indiana Rome. It was a lot of people. Yeah. And, you know, it was just a lot of people. And so when they got down to that competition, man, like, then people had their favorites. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They had who they thought was going to win and other people who thought it was a...
You shocked me, bro.
Man, look,
I know you, but like I didn't know until that particular time. But man, I'll let you finish.
I'm just saying that to say, like, man, I went against a lot. You know what I'm saying? I had some supporters that was in there who knew what I was about, and then I had people who didn't know me from a can of paint. But by the end of the night, everybody knew who I was, man. And that was just, and I put myself through rigorous rap type shit to win, to do these competitions. Like, it ain't just regular, I can rap, I just hop up there and do shit. Like, nah, I put myself through a mental thing to be ready for any given type of situation.
What you mean?
And this is really giving away secrets to the game. So like, because, and we're probably gonna get to this, I don't know, but like, even the World MC, like, I went against thousands of MCs. Yeah. Like when it comes, if you blessed enough to be able to have a good freestyle ability and be able to write, you really got the best of both worlds, and you just have to know how to combine them. And so when it's any situation where I have to prepare for any type of lyrical endurance competition, whether they're gonna tell me what beats I'm rapping to or not, man, I prepare so many verses in my head, or if it's something where I only need a couple of them, man, I will have a verse. And I not only make sure I know it to whatever beat they want, I make sure I know it a cappella, and I make sure I know it to 5 other beats. Just in case they throw a monkey wrench, I'm just prepared on all fronts, whether I have to freestyle or write. And it's not, to me, I don't think it's a lot of people who take that type of preparation into these things. You know what I'm saying? But I think that is what separates me and why I'm able to feel so confident going into said situations and then be able to, you know what I mean, be honored enough to come out with certain W's. So,
like, when you did the team, Young G's versus
good moment, man. Great moment.
Versus the OGs, man. Like, how was that, man?
Man, that was. I ain't gonna front. I was a little nervous about that one.
So, cause like, how did it go? Like, explain how it went, man. The format of it.
So they pretty much picked like the hottest, who was making the most noise at the time,
And
MC
this was
wise.
Slumfest, right?
Yeah, it was a Slumfest event. Yeah,
Okay.
I believe so. And but we were going against dudes who I had heard about during the High Point era.
Mm-hmm.
Now the High Point era was something that I didn't know about that was going on when all the club stuff was going on. Mm-hmm. And so I was in the club with my homies drinking and dancing, doing all the stuff you do 18, 19. Yeah. But it was a whole nother thing going on where it was rappers that was on the radio and just on some underground stuff, killing it. And I didn't know about this until I got on the scene. And people would be like, "Man, I wish you was around the High Point time." And I was like, "What's High Point?" I didn't know nothing about it. But it birthed a lot of MCs, and they used to go there as like a proving ground. Mm-hmm. And so I say that to say, when they were crafting the OGs team, a lot of the people were from there. Gotcha. And so they used to come to this newer version of it, kind of called the Sunday Cypher Session.
Gotcha.
And that was kind of like the proving grounds of how you could see who could freestyle or who, whatever the ability was. Mm-hmm. And so when we saw our competition, I was like, shit, this is going to be tough. We had to go against Tef Poe, who had just won the freestyle on 106 and Park competition. I'm like, he hot as fish grease right now. So we got to go against Tef Poe, another guy named D-Mac, who is like a legendary MC who I've never heard stumble and rap 200 bars like going crazy. Uh-huh. Another homie of his named Vito Money, who Grease Gutter. It was just guys that we had been seeing go crazy. So we was like, we knew it was a stacked team. And so it was me and Bo. Who else was on that team? I'm forgetting. Chris Grimes, Grim, who was a battle rapper. I'm mad. I'm forgetting other people, right? And Doe Stack Dollars, who was active at the time. Mm-hmm. And it was an incredible moment, man. It was fun as hell, man. It was at the blank space in the basement, man. They had this caution tape set up, man. It was super dope, man. And just to have us do pure freestyle battles, elimination style, it was really tight, man. It was fun as hell.
So did they pick y'all teams or?
It was like a voting process. I guess the people of Slumfest picked who they thought was kind of making the most noise, and then I think they kind of did the same thing for the OG. They probably got some seniority, so they probably put their own team together for real, low key. But nah, man, I enjoyed it, man. We haven't done nothing like that since, and it was amazing, man. It was so many people there, man, in that packed, hot basement, and boy, I was nervous. It was, woo.
Who took it?
We did, man. We did, man. Yeah, and it was some upsets in there. Yeah, man, Bo brought it home. Ended up being Bodine and Vito in the finals, the last two. And, we brought it home, man. Amazing. It was tough, though, boy. It was, woo, talk about some battles.
Man, that's what's up, man. What do you think of the St. Louis music scene right now?
I love it, man. I think the scene right now, at least from being able to step away as an artist, mentally and just see what else is out there and just see over the years, like how you was talking about the golden era, it's almost like we had a transition from that, and it's like it has just grown. So I love the versatility, the variety, all the different stories that people tell, how creative they are telling those stories, no matter where they come from, man. And like, man, people say it all the time, but we really can't be fucked with, man. Like, we got a MC or a singer that can really just talk about anything from any level. Like, I love it, man. I never downplay our city, man, because we have so much, and a lot of it is still untapped and undiscovered. Young people, older people, like, it's an incredible scene to me personally.
What do you think about, like, it's always talk about the artist scene and just being supporting, not supporting, and those thoughts. What do you think about those, man?
I think people look for support in the wrong places first. Mm-hmm. I think if you organically grow whatever it is that you're trying to put out to the public, and you stay with it, and you're consistent, and you try to be as innovative as you can while being your authentic self, that you will grow a fan base organically as long as you're visible. Yeah, visibility is key, and I think a lot of times people look for support from other artists first, and that's the mistake. You cannot, because the other people who do music, your peers, they're not obligated to support you.
Yeah.
Just because you may like their music don't mean they gotta like your music. And that's their opinion. You can't call them a bitch ass nigga. Or like that's just their thing. You know what I mean? And so I think when we focus on the people who are not our direct peers to gain their ears and their hearts through the music, I think your mindset don't get as jaded going through. Because if you focusing on the artist and you focusing on certain things, certain doors that seem to be closed in your face versus opening your own doors, you won't have that jaded mentality going forward.
Got you.
And so I think that's where a lot of that stems from, where people say we don't support, man. But I can't say that, man. I've seen support come on so many levels. And I ain't talking about just for me. I'm talking about other people. I've seen people come out and pack out shows for people who are virtually unknown, for people who are known, white, black, young, old. Like I've seen it happen when it's organically cultivated.
Man, like I feel like it's gotten better over the years.
I agree.
You know what I mean? I feel like since that era that we talking about, your era. By the way, what is Newfound Loose Sound?
Oh man, that's well, now it's a bunch of different things, but when I first started it out, man, it was something that me and one of my best friends, he's my producer, his name is Crisis. We've been working since we was like 15, and it was our style of music. I felt like what we were creating was something that was unheard at the time, and it was not a diss to like the old sound. It was just something literally newfound. And so as we created the music, we just kind of, I forgot when I came up with the name, but along the way I was like, man, this is some newfound loose sound. You know what I mean? Over the time, and then I took it as kind of like a nickname almost, and still go along with the music and stuff like that. So it's kind of like my thing, and it's a representation of the music we make and what I represent.
And that's like bars and lyricism and
yeah, man, just something fresh and authentic, and just something that you never heard before. You know what I mean?
I got you, man. Why did you name your EP Home Field Disadvantage, man?
Ooh, it's a play on words, obviously, and it's because I feel like a lot of cities have a home field advantage, or you feel like, you know, where you coming from, they give you all the support or all the backing in the world. And this kind of goes back to what we were talking about with support. And so when I was coming up, I didn't feel that support. But it wasn't just about me. It was about me seeing other people's perspectives and how everybody felt like St. Louis didn't support them, so they had to go out and go to other places to start their careers or to further their careers and stuff like that. But as I was making a project, I kind of flipped it and made it, to me, it became a superpower. So it became an advantage, but I just called it a disadvantage just to kind of encompass everything in everybody else's opinions towards their standings and how they do things with music. And so, because people usually say they have a home field advantage, and a lot of people here would tell you, man, we don't got no advantage, man. You know what I'm saying? We coming from the bottom, which is true. We do come from the bottom.
Yeah.
But if we can turn it around and really see what we got, it can actually be an advantage.
Yeah, I think in particular with St. Louis is just that it is. I think sometimes we forget how small our city is compared to the rest of the country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and you've been to, you know, New York and LA and these other places, man. And I don't know what your first experience like being in a big city, but you be like, whoa, you know what I mean? This is way bigger, you know what I mean, than what it is back home, man.
Yeah, from things we know, it's a lot. It's a big world out there, and we take our experiences with us for sure. So
that's, and when you did the World MC, man, like how that was in New York.
Well, I did 2 times in New York, and 1 time was in LA.
Okay.
Yep.
And how was that whole experience, man?
Man, that was pretty mind blowing, man. I ain't gonna front, man. Like, just being able to have access to that community. because that was a community that I saw that had grew from LA and New York, and they combined forces, and they had so many other big popular mainstream artists along with their underground artists in ciphers and videos and stuff. And when I saw that community was booming, I'm like, man, how do I, this is like, they do specific ciphers and bar fights and stuff that I love to do alongside my music. So I'm like, man, how do I, like get in this, be a part of this, man? And I just did an audition, man. I did an audition for a competition that they had in 2016 in New York. And it was by the grace of God, and all my abilities that he blessed me with, man. I did an audition tape through thousands of people across the world, man. That mug cut through.
Yeah.
And I got picked to fly out to New York and compete. And I lost. I lost in 2016, and I was so crushed because I had recently been winning things, and I just every time I took a leap of faith, it worked in my favor at least a little bit.
Yeah.
And so when I got out there in 2016, I lost the main competition. I had made it to like the top 40 MCs, and I lost. And there was some other side competitions that I had won that I like. It was,
if you lost, who won?
it was a guy named Mad Squabbles from I think he's from Philly.
Okay.
And so he ended up winning. And but that just to say that was my first time being in a room of that many other MCs from across the world. So it was a great experience, and it was a little mind blowing for sure. I gave it my best foot forward, and but when I didn't come away with the win or at least make it to the top 10, boy, I was crushed. You know what I mean? I was tricking myself out of thinking. I had a lot of doubt. I was like, man, I done came here, I done got in, and I know my verse was better than these other dudes they picked, man. What went wrong, and all this stuff, man. And I beat myself up about it because, man, I was struggling artist just like anybody else, bro.
I'm just saying, like, that freestyle.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
What, the one from, oh, yeah. And that was a victory lap one. So, like I said, I lost in 2016, and then I did another audition because I told myself I'm not losing again. And I the next year they did that big conference in LA. And so I was like, man, if I make it through this competition, if my audition gets through this time, I'm not losing. Everybody getting headshots. and it was just that, man. They got me into like the top 24, I think. I got to the top 24, and salute to Accurate. Accurate was in the top 24 with me as well. So we had two St. Louis representation up here, and I'm like, man, I hope they don't put us against each other, dog. Because I was like, bro, I lost last year, bro. I am not losing again. I done fought through all these people. I done rapped against so many people. Yeah. And so when they put that little bracket up, man, when I tell you, I couldn't see nothing but the victory, the finish line, bro. Like, it's insane the type of mindset I was in. And so, yeah, the one you referring to, that was like them bringing me back the next year, back to New York, you know what I'm saying, for like a little exhibition type of thing. So it was dope, man. That whole experience is incredible, seeing that many people that just really appreciate hip-hop from all over.
Man, it was dope, man. That video, I don't know how many views it done already, man. It went going crazy.
The energy in the room, bro, just...
I feel like you could see that, like, when you watching it, man. Like, they was like every bar it was hidden.
Bro,
you know,
man, St. Louis really got a superpower. When we put this hat on, bro, like for real, when we put this Cardinal hat on, it can be whatever color. When we put this Cardinal hat on, bro, it's like a damn bat signal, man. And like when we go to somewhere like New York, man, we stand out even when we not trying to. People can see it on us and feel it, man. It's like we rap different from wherever we come from. The passion and the charisma and the authenticity just really comes across different. Yeah. And even people who are from, obviously, New York is the mecca of hip hop, they can tell and respect what you saying, even if you ain't coming from where they come from, dog. Yeah. And it's amazing to be appreciated, to know where you come from, and like St. Louis don't breed no weak people, man. If you grew up through here, man, like you done face something. So when you step out to another city, man, you taking that with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hold that dear to my heart. That whenever I put this hat on and I go somewhere, I'm not just representing for me. I'm representing for the whole city because we got enough tragedies and everything else going on, man. And I put it all on my back, man. So.
Man, we appreciate you, man. You know what I mean? You
Appreciate
definitely
that,
one of our best, man. You know what I'm saying? You rep us.
Yeah,
you
I be trying, man.
you rep us the right way.
Try
man.
to be a humble giant. You know what I mean? I don't really talk my talk until I'm in the moment. Till it's time to, you know.
We know you know how to talk your talk,
Yeah,
man.
I be like, let me chill. Nah.
Yo, so how did you end up coming up with Connect the Dots, man?
Man, that was just it was a thought of, it was really just a combination of me being inspired by other shows that was similar to it, like in shows that I had aspirations of being on, like Funk Flex and Sway and Rap City in the Basement, and like all of those things was like shows that I wanted to be on. And eventually I was like, man, why don't we have something like that here? I was like, man, you have Sway, you have LA Leakers, you got Funk Flex still doing it, and it's like, man, over the time through that golden era of hip hop here, it was just people that I just met, and I feel like, man, we need something here that really gives us the opportunity to just tell our stories. So we ain't got to go all the way to the left and all the way to the right. We got so many stories here, man, and it just made me want to create the platform and just take a step back as an MC and hear people's stories, man. And that's really where it came from, man. Just being inspired and wanting to be on those shows, and then realizing that we had a little void here that we could be a hub for something like that.
Like the artists that you have on, like you handpick them?
I did at first. Yeah. I handpick. Yeah. Not just me solely, like the team that we have at Connect the Dots. We vet people and kind of just see who we want.
Cause ain't nobody been on there that's been whack, man.
Man, look, I appreciate that, man. It's like, and it's tough, man, because like you said, we have so many people, man, and as much as I would like to get everybody on, I can't get everybody.
Yeah.
So with that goal in mind of like really wanting this thing to be as big as I know it can be and showcase all our talent, I try to be as versatile with the picks. I try to have variety, showcase all different parts of the city, man, and just showcase people's passion, man, because lyricism is not a one-size-fit-all hat. Some people think that it is, or think that, oh man, you gotta be a backpack rapper to be considered a lyricist. Like, nah, man, as long as you are putting some effort and some real shit and some preparation into your raps, man, you can be a lyricist no matter what you're talking about. As long as you being real and you being creative and you being yourself, you can do what you need to do. Any mic is in front of you.
Yeah, man. I feel like it's always about authenticity.
100%.
You know what I mean? You can have whatever style. Are you authentic? Because I feel like whatever you talking, it has energy. You know what I mean? And if you got fake energy, that's what's that's what it's gonna say.
You can see it, you can hear it, you can feel it, damn near. Like, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But like every artist that's been on your platform, man, they all been spitting. They all been spitting, man.
I know they appreciate that.
Yeah, I know they. Like your platform is definitely one that if you looking for artists like lyricists that come from the city of St. Louis, you gotta tap in with Connect the Dots.
For sure, man. That's what we try to do, man. Be the best representation of St. Louis lyricism that we can.
Yeah, man. And you know, I would say, you know, you can keep handpicking them, man.
For sure.
Yeah, don't let nobody else do it.
Nah, look, I appreciate that. And like I say, it's tough, man. You know, you take a gamble with who you pick, and it's not just, you know, I think they gonna tank the show. Like, no, it's just, you know, you give people the opportunity. But I try to cater it to people who are, and people ask me this a lot, as far as like, how do we get on the show? And I always try to tell people, like, man, be active.
Yeah.
Like we want the show to have a standard and a quality about it. So you have to be somebody who's active, somebody who's visible, and somebody who's really passionate about what they do. Man, if you ain't put out a song in 10 years, why you hitting me up, man? Like, come on. And then this is no disrespect to anybody who used to do music, but if you ain't tried again,
hit dogs holler, man.
You know, I just like, come on, man. If you're not active, if we can't see you, like, just
Yeah.
You know, and everybody's marketing is different, but make yourself as visible as you can and be as active as you can, because we want people's appearance on the show to be beneficial for them and me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not me, but this, you know, the platform. It's like we want it to benefit everybody. So if you ain't got nothing that you can put out or nothing that you are about to put out, you just come here for this one thing, you're not getting the maximum, you know, exposure out of it as you can. So, you know.
That's what's up, man. Like I said, I really think that the platform is dope, man, and it's like what you definitely filled like a void that we didn't have. It's like one of them things you didn't know you really needed until you like
yeah, man,
started getting it. And man, just you being so, I think you a great representation of the type of artists that need to come on there. You know what I mean? Because you an artist. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And you competitive, you fire. You know what I mean? You take it real
For
serious. So I think like if you was just somebody who didn't do what the artist did, then that'd be a little tougher. But you that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like you that dude too. You know what I mean? So I think that's fire, man.
And look, one last thing about that. if you're trying to come on Connect the Dots, be as prepared as you can. I really try to give people grace, but not a lot. Coming from what I done had to come through and go through, like, man, look, don't come on there bullshitting, man. If the opportunity is here and you wanna rap and you wanna put your stamp on what you're doing and represent your craft or let people know about you, be prepared. Don't come up there with talking about you ain't got no raps. Look, you could have called me if you just want to talk. You know what I'm saying? This is where you bring the raps. You know what I'm saying? Whether you freestyling or it's written, have them bars ready.
Yeah.
Cause we trying to represent something.
Yeah,
it's
man.
bigger than just me or you. It's the whole city we trying to put on as well. So just please be prepared.
Cause at this point you embarrassing yourself if you come up there and you ain't.
I'm telling you, look, I try to keep it PC, man, but the MC in me be like, bro, I done got niggas out of here for less. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking with me, this ain't no competition. Niggas slip up on one word, Riley B gonna rap about it. You know what I'm saying? So, for real, like, I want people to be prepared, man. 'Cause that shit grinds my gears as the MC. And it's like, bro, you never know what camera or what microphone is gonna be as forgiving. Some people may not let you run it back. Some people may not give you another chance. So every time you get a chance, if you can, knock it out. You know what I'm saying? Try to be a one-take Jake. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna always happen. We all have flaws, but if you can, put your best foot forward each time.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah. Is there a difference to you? Is there a difference between being a rapper and a hip hop artist?
Not a big difference. I think when you go from rapper to artist, when you consider yourself an artist, I think you bring more to the table. You round out more of what you're trying to present. You can call yourself a rapper and just be somebody who's not really trying to put out nothing or really do shows. You could just rap. You know what I mean? But if you getting ready to call yourself an artist, that means you're trying to me, it makes me think you're trying to take something more serious. You want people to know about you, your story, who you are, and you want to present it to the world. So I think as an artist, you present more of a total package, and you try to conduct yourself as such, and not just somebody who can just rap all day. And that's cool if you want to just be that. But once you step into trying to be an artist, you start checking a lot more boxes.
Yeah, like I remember you definitely was part of the cipher at the battle for Bowen A game, man.
Yeah.
Would you ever like be in a battle cipher? Would you do something like that?
When you say a battle cipher, like what you mean?
Like the one that led to the
something like that. Yeah.
Cause when at the event, y'all had just like a regular cipher.
Yeah.
But we know how that event happened. You know what I mean?
I've been in those situations before. And I've been in a situation where something was supposed to just be a regular cipher and somebody took the shot and it went left. We actually did a competition like that. It was a fresh produce competition, and they had like rappers paired up in teams with producers. And so it was me versus Tefpo versus Accurate versus who am I missing? I can't remember the dude's name. But we was in a boxing ring and they had 4 of us set up in 4 corners. But yeah, I've been in battle ciphers before, intentionally and unintentionally. You know what I'm saying? But I think that my resume kind of speaks to itself a little bit now. So I think if I'm ever in a situation now where it's just a cipher, not too many people want to turn it into something else. I mean, that's not for me to just sound like, because if you turn it to something else, it's going to really be something else, and it's not going to be good.
All right, man. I might have to,
But I welcome all, look, I'll tell you, I welcome all competition, man. I love competition. That's not to say that I'm out here just looking for the next person to battle, but when it comes, like, bro, I just thrive off competition, man. I love it. So anytime it's a battle of any sort, that's why I love battle rap in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just love it, that competitive nature.
Man, time just be flying by. I got so much more I want to ask you, but
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be long-winded, man.
No. You great, man. You've been doing great, man. But this is gonna be my last question to you, man. Who would you put on your St. Louis Mount Rushmore as far as music?
Ooh, that's so tough. Man, I guess you gotta put Nelly on there. Like, Mount Rushmore, shoot.
And it's yours, man.
For sure.
You know.
I'm gonna go Nelly. Rockwell Knuckles. Damn, Mount Rushmore was tough, 'cause I'm thinking about everybody, man.
It's cool. You can change it later, man.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Nelly,
Rockwell Knuckles.
I damn near want to put Chingy up there, man, because I really rock with Chingy and his movement and what he had and what he represented, man. Nelly, Rockwell Knuckles, Chingy, and it's tough. You know what? I'm gonna go Tefpo. I'll go Tefpo.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Like, just, it's so much to go into Mount Rushmore. That's a tough question, man. So many people bring so many things to the game, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, Nelly, Rockwell Knuckles, Chingy, Tefpo. That's what's up, man. What's up, man.
And honorable mentions. That's all.
It's all good, man. But I definitely appreciate you coming by, man.
Man, appreciate you, bro.
Any sign-offs? Anything you want to let us know that you got coming up?
Oh, man.
Anything like that?
Man, be on the lookout for more episodes of Connect the Dots featuring some people you know, some people you may know. Be on the lookout for my album, because I am cooking up an album right now. I ain't got no release date, but me and Crisis are cooking up an album.
Can we get exclusive at ULSTN Media, man?
Not right now. I promise. Once we roll out, look.
Whenever you're ready,
100%.
We want the exclusive.
Yeah, I got you for sure. But yeah, man, just bigger and better, man. Just trying to grow, trying to progress, man. So just more Riley B music, more episodes of Connect the Dots featuring your favorites and people that may become your favorites. And
where can they find you, man?
Man, all the socials, Riley B TV. If you're looking for Connect the Dots, it's on YouTube, Connect the Dots 314. Also on Instagram, it's Connect the Dots 314. So tap in, subscribe. If you want to, find you some music to listen to, you may find somebody you may like, including your boy, your host. You know what I'm saying? I do a little something too. But no, it's about the city, man. So yeah. Just be on the lookout and stay tuned.
That's what's up. Riley B, man. We out, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Most def, man.